Let's talk about your mission. Can you tell us what it is, Deborah?
Quite simply, I want to provide support, guidance, and hope to parents and families who have loved ones on the autism spectrum. And I do that in a number of ways, support and guidance with executive function skills, which, as we know, seep into everything that we do. It allows us to manage our time and plan, and that has a lot to do with schoolwork and all those wonderful things. Support and guidance with IEPs, moral support for parents, helping them to effectively communicate the needs of their child. Parents, as I know from my own experience, they're emotionally vested, in that IEP meeting. I can be in there with my head and not my heart when I go and support other parents. I also like to provide support and guidance for behaviors. Behaviors at home, behaviors at school, behaviors in public. And I've been using with my own son the collaborative problem-solving approach. And that not only works for our kids and their maybe explosive behaviors, but it can also be used in the workplace and with a spouse. I found it quite successful there, or effective. And finally, support and guidance with living skills that ultimately lead to independence.
Okay. Can we go back to that collaborative problem-solving approach? Can you just explain a little bit about that for us?
Yes, I'm working to be I'm in the process of becoming a certified Think Kids mentor, which is based on the collaborative problem-solving approach. And basically, it's working with the child or the individual. And instead of imposing my adult will, saying, stop that now, or you have to do this right now because I said so, it's more looking at a particular behavior and probably something that bugs me, okay, and sitting down with the kid and saying, hey, I noticed that you're doing this, and what's up with that? Explain it to me. And of course, at the first go at it, the kid is not going to, be able to articulate exactly what's up with that. But you want to dig and find out what is behind this behavior. And once the child is able to articulate that, then the adult comes in and says, well, now I get it. I understand why, you're constantly, pushing kids or running in the halls or whatever it happens to be. My concern is this. And if it's a safety concern or it's just not an appropriate behavior. And then the next step is, well, okay, I think that now we can come up with a next step so that we can stop the behavior or not continue it. And once it's working with the child to say, okay, can you come up with a way that maybe, if you have to fidget with your hand, you could do it so it's not loud and distracting to maybe like the teacher or to the other students, something like that. And getting the kids buy-in. And once you have the child's, buy into it and his solution, we are teaching them problem-solving skills because I do want my kid to be a problem solver rather than simply an order taker, because that is going to help him later on with life.
Wonderful. Now, Deborah, you also do a couple of monthly, you have a round table for moms, and then you have a support parent and sharing series, a workshop series that you do. Talk to us a little bit about those. Okay.
As a service to the community, I'd like to, provide these. These are free, and I call it a Heart to Heart with Mom. That's my monthly roundtable discussion. And I'm kind of proud of that because we actually get dads there. And dads, in my experience, don't show up at a lot of these. We get tons of moms, but I don't know, dads don't always show up. But at this heart to heart, I have quite a few dads who come to it. And I think the dad's point of view, or the dad's voice, is an important one. And I like to include it. And we meet the second Thursday of every month in Santa Ana. And we just sit there and discuss whatever is on everyone's mind. And we will do a case study from the people who are involved. And it'll just be a brief thing with a volunteer who wants to go up and say, okay, I'm going into my first IEP, or I'm having a problem with some transition things, and everybody sort of brainstorms. So that's really instructional and helpful, because we just reach out and we get everyone's help and encouragement there. And then the parenting and sharing series is a topic-specific workshop that is on the fourth Tuesday of each month. And we bring in speakers and talk on anything from post-secondary education for your son or daughter who's on the spectrum to, is driving right for my child? We talk about IEPs, friendships, how to make a friend, how to be a friend, how to keep a friend, different things like that.